Greetings and welcome to the Canadian Tulips Festival's Songs of Liberation program. My name is Frank Mehring. I am professor in the North American Studies program at Radboud University, located in the city of Nijmegen in the Netherlands. I am particularly interested in tracing the function of music as a key to the past to create strong ties between people, places, and nations. In May 1945, you would have seen a very different Nijmegen than the city outside of my doors this afternoon. On May 5th, 1945, Nazi soldiers who had occupied the Netherlands since 1940 surrendered to General Charles Fox, first commander of the Canadian Army in the city of Wageningen. It was the end of a 5-year torturous period of occupation, and the Dutch celebrated their liberation with dances, songs, and cheers. The summer that followed this fateful May of 1945, it was a magical summer. More than 300 liberation songs were published, and thanks to the Hugo Keesing collection in the Freedom Museum outside of Nijmegen, we have access to these songs. Here is a shop window of 1945 in an Amsterdam store, and it says Bevrijdingsliederen al hier verkrijgbaar, which basically means liberation songs, we have them. Please come in and buy them. And I will show you what these liberation songs look like. These were the kind of MP3 files of 1945. Sheet music that could be bought just for a few cents, and they had striking cover art, which you can see here reproduced on this exhibition, and you have lyrics and you have the score, and it basically meant if you wanted to celebrate, if you wanted to sing, bring a piano, bring a guitar, bring an accordion, let's get together, let's play them, let's sing together, and let's enjoy. The reason why many of these songs weren't recorded was that people didn't have the means, A, to record, and something like shellac was war-relevant material and was difficult to get a hand on shortly after the liberation. So we have to think about the liberation songs as a corpus of songs that was performed live. Only a few songs were recorded, such as this one, Trace heeft een Canadees. Trace is in love with a Canadian soldier, and many similar ones such as Mijn Tommy out Canada, and we will present some of these songs in the following days to you. If the liberation songs were part of a performance culture rather than being recorded, one might say, what did it sound like, this magical summer of 45? Was it jazz? Was it the kind of Andrew Sisters sound and the swing of Glenn Miller and others? Sure. The Americans and the Canadians brought this kind of musical tradition to the Netherlands. But, of course, the Dutch have their own talented musicians and composers and felt the urge to express their feelings in their own language, in their own medium. And therefore, it is surprising that jazz played a role, but you also have a lot of marching songs. Trace heeft een Canadees is part of this, for example. You have also love songs. You have a number of religious-inspired songs, church songs, but also songs that were written in the genre of foxtrot that was popular in the 20s and 30s, to which the Dutch composers created a bridge to open up a venue for the future of this country based on their own musical knowledge, ideas, and inspirations. Each day in this year's Canadian Tulips Festival, from Friday, May 8th, through Monday, May 18th, I or my associate, Mr. Jens Barniak, will introduce you every day to a new song of liberation here on the Canadian Tulips TV YouTube channel. Mr. Barniak, the pianist whom you will hear on all the songs of liberation, and I will introduce you to the historical and musical context of these songs. Dutch lyrics will be presented by means of English and French subtitles, and the music will be accompanied by images that will bring the songs and the times that led to their creation to life. Recent global struggles against a common threat to our health brings to mind the very global struggles that led to the victory of the Canadians in 1945 in the Netherlands. We can be grateful today for the leadership and public cooperation that we know will bring us back to a return to normal life. The Dutch will be forever grateful to the sacrifices the Canadians made in the years of 1944 and 1945, which allowed this country to return to a normal life and to regain their freedom. Thank you, Canada.